Hi, welcome back to the channel, y'all. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get right into the topic. This one is about Diddy speaking to his children from behind bars, and also an update about Diddy being moved to the same section of the New York City jail that houses somebody else who is famous and prominent, Sam Bankman-Fried. Let's talk about all this. Man, it must be a shithole going through what Diddy is going through. This man went from a multi-million-dollar mansion to a prison cell. He went from steak and filet mignon and all the nice stuff to jail slop food. He must be having a hard time. And I know he having a hard time because he don't have all the things he needs to keep him grounded. Like, you know how some people gotta smoke a blunt when they wake up in the morning? Diddy one of them kind of dudes. He gotta bump a couple of lines of that pink coke or smoke a blunt or do something. All that stuff. There's rumors out that he was going through a bad withdrawal. There's also information out that and this is not rumors, that the hotel room that he was arrested at, when he was arrested downstairs in the lobby, they actually went back upstairs and searched the room, and they found cocaine in the room along with other things. Let's talk about all that. So Sean Diddy Combs has reportedly been granted limited access with his children and family members since he has been behind bars. Now, let me tell you the truth. I think this is fucked up. Reason being, he is not a danger to his children, and the system can obviously supervise the visit. So right now, this man is being treated as if he has already been tried and already been found guilty on all charges, and he's serving his time. He's now been granted limited access with his children and family members since he is being behind bars. This is a week later. The 54-year-old music mogul and father of 7 was arrested on September 16th, and he was indicted on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. All charges that carry a lot of time in the system, and their plan is to confiscate all his riches and put him away behind bars forever. Now, despite having pleaded not guilty to all the charges, he's being denied bail twice, and he remains in jail. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me if you think Diddy should be given bail, but probably put on house arrest so that he could fight this thing from his mansion, or from home then, rather, instead of being locked up in a jail cell, even though he hasn't been proven to be guilty yet. You know what I mean? Personally, I feel like they have all the resources. He has all the resources to meet any kind of requirement that they want. $50 million mansion, put that up for collateral. I'm not running. Sell the private jet. I'm not trying to fly off. Put GPS monitor on me. I'm not going nowhere. Put cameras on me. I'm not moving. Just get me out of this jail cell and let me work with my attorneys to put our case together properly so we could fight this fight the way I'm supposed to fight it if I'm going to be victorious in it. But obviously, the state or the government is playing hardball, and he's just gonna have to play along because the ball is no longer in his court. I seen a video recently of Diddy talking about, I'm gonna do what I want to do, when I want to do, how the fuck I want to do it. Well, this ain't one of them times, homeboy. You're going to have to play ball how they want you to play ball. Now, according to the source with knowledge of the situation, it says that Diddy has been able to speak briefly to some family members and his children, not in person, but through a phone. Diddy has 3 sons. Quincy, who's 33 years old, Justin, who's 30 years old, and Christian, who's 26 years old. And then he got 4 daughters, Chance, 18, and the twins, Jessica and Delilah. Jessica is 17. The twins are 17, rather, Jessica and Delilah. And then you have Love, his last child, baby girl, who don't know what's going on in the world. All she knows, she ain't seeing daddy, and she is only 23 years old. He is very concerned about his kids. and very concerned about their well-being. They not from the streets. They not from rough life. They come from being pampered from birth. He has 3 minor children, 2 of whom now have no living parents available with them, with him being incarcerated and their mama being passed away. 4 of his 7 children have neither parents available with him being incarcerated. My daddy is in prison, or jail, and my mama is no longer among the living. Diddy shared Christian and his twin daughters with actor and model Kim Porter. Kim Porter died in 2018. Quincy is Porter's first child, whom she had with her ex-husband, Al B. Shore, and Diddy later adopted him. Combs shares his sons, Justin, with stylist Misa Hilton, and his daughter Chance and with Sarah Chapman. He welcomed his youngest daughter, Love, on October 2022, with Dana Tran. Now, another insider with The Scoop told people that Diddy's children are in a state of crisis and shock following their father's arrest. They are going through it big time. Listen, these kids ain't from the hood. These kids are not from, you know, when you grow up in the hood, you see certain things, right? You know, JoJo that live upstairs, his daddy is in prison doing 20 years. And they go upstate to go visit him every now and then. His mama out here, she on crack. It's embarrassing. And she down the block sucking hoo-ha. And JoJo got to live under some serious circumstances. Diddy's kids don't know nothing about nothing called struggle. It's heartbreaking to see these children in the state that they're in right now. This is their father, but to them, he's not Diddy. He's not the guy that everybody else is looking at. To them, this is daddy. He has always been a loving, devoted father who's always been there for his children. Diddy don't have no children out there. Some lady saying, I had a baby with him, he don't want to pay me no child support. Diddy the type of dude that makes sure he take care of all his kids, and all his children are born into luxury and live a luxurious life. So it's rough right now. Now, at his arraignment on September 17th, a unsealed federal indictment released said that he allegedly threatened and abused women to fulfill his sexual desires by forcing them to engage in recorded sexual activities, while he referred to those as freak-offs. He's also been accused of running a criminal enterprise, which included his associates, his employees, and other people in the music and entertainment industry. And it is said in his charges that he used the influence of his business empire to coerce, control, and abuse female victims. There's still no male victims in the indictment. There is still half of the stories that's being told out in these streets are not included in the indictment. And the messed up thing that's happening to Diddy right now also is that people are just adding on as they go along. Oh, I got a lawsuit too. Let me tell you what he did to me back in 1997. Oh, I got a lawsuit too. Let me tell you what he did to me back in 2006. Everybody is coming out the woodworks. And the messed up part is a lot of people are believing every single thing that is being said about him. Right now, anybody with common sense knows that everything can't be all true. We don't want to disregard those who were victimized, but come on now, be for real. It's a money grab time, and everybody is out for their small piece of change that they could get out of this situation. Now, this includes sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction of justice. According to the indictment that was handed down by New York grand jury, he is facing some serious charges, and he is standing before some serious accusations. Now, for nearly a year, Diddy has faced a series of civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual abuse, rape, and misconduct. During his hearing, his lawyer, Mark Agdefilio, called Diddy an innocent man with nothing to hide, and basically told the courts, look, we not running, he is not running, he's right here. He came 2 weeks ahead of time to make himself available to you guys when you decide to come down with this, because we got wind of it that you were going to indict him on this grand jury stuff. He's showing everything to you that he is not running and he intends to stand and fight, take it to court. I think personally, them not giving him bail is a part of their strategy to make sure that he has limited access to his attorneys. He is not able to actually put a tight case together to fight it. It's a part of the strategy. I mean, you don't help the other side to win. If you look at a basketball game or a football game, if Miami Dolphins are playing any other football team, Miami don't help the other team to beat them. They help themselves to beat the other team. So this is like a game right now between Diddy and his legal team and the system. And the system is not trying to give you any kind of leeway so you can power up and come back and win a case. Now, during his hearing, his attorney, of course, is saying he's innocent. And he's saying that this man didn't run no illegal empire. Bad Boy Records and all of his other businesses were legitimate businesses that did exactly what they said they were going to do. That's what they were set up to do. Bad Boy Records was set up to put out hit records, to do music and entertainment, to make artists, and to give artists careers and all that other stuff. And that is exactly what Bad Boy Entertainment is known for. Now, partying might have went on behind the scenes. Matter of fact, not might have. It did go on behind the scenes. But that's heavy partying that comes with that multi-millionaire, rich and famous lifestyle, especially in the entertainment business. But they're trying to switch it over and said that this man was sick in the head and he was trying to figure out how to satisfy his sexual desires. So he formed Bad Boy Entertainment and he used Bad Boy Entertainment to coerce others into his sexual desires, which me, myself, personally, I don't believe that. You know what I mean? But we talking about the feds here. So his attorneys are letting us know that, man, we're disappointed in this whole situation and the way that it's going down. The fact that they're actually denying him bail. His next hearing is scheduled for October 9th at 2 p.m. Now, October 9th at 2 p.m. for the people who follow Diddy and who are up on this case and want to know what's going on. The next time he goes to court is October 9th at 2 p.m. Today is September 24th. October 9th is a couple of weeks away. I'm about 2 weeks away. So he got to sit in jail for another 2 weeks until that day comes around. And just there ain't no way around it. It is just what it is. Now let's talk about the part where he's been moved to a different section of the New York City jail where he is at. So it says that he's been moved to the section of the New York City jail where convicted cryptocurrency fraudster Sam Bankman-Fried is being held. And sources have confirmed this to all the major news media houses, including NBC News and others. The area of the detention center is reserved for detainees who require special protection. 3 sources that are familiar with the matter have confirmed this as well. So he's moved into protection. He was in protection already. They wasn't going to let nothing happen to Diddy just like that because the world is watching. And this ain't that other guy who flew under the radar. You know what I mean? Diddy is world famous. So people are watching and they're like, oh, they want to kill him and take all his millions or his billion, whatever the case may be. You know, there's a lot of eyes out there who are on this. So he was already under watch, under protection, but now he has been moved to a specific side of the jail that houses convicted cryptocurrency fraudster Sam Bankman-Fried, and he's over there. Now, With that said, he is being held in that special section of the MDC. Bankman Fried is 32 years old. Diddy is 54. Not that really matters, but that's who the chief federal prosecutor in Manhattan said actually orchestrated one of the largest financial frauds in history, stealing more than $8 billion. So Diddy is over there. He's a billionaire. And this man is over there as well. And obviously he got billions, not millions with an M. He stole, according to the federal prosecutors, he stole over 8B. billions. The unit where they're at is described as being a barracks style area. It's not like a single cell lockdown kind of. See, a lot of people are thinking Diddy is in like solitary confinement, and he's in a little cell with no windows, no doors, except for the one door where they shove your food through the tray hole in the door and all that. So where he's been moved to now, this area is described, people who've been in the military before, or if you could just use Google and look up for pictures and look for what barracks style looks like, you'll see. They got bunk beds in there pretty much, and it's like an open area kind of thing. And it currently houses 18 to 20 inmates who require special protection. Now, you know, people about to get out of here talking about, yeah, I was in the feds with Diddy back in the day. Well, this is how those stories are born, right? Because he's only going to be around a certain special group of people that require special protection, according to the sources. And these guys who he's around, they range from high-profile defendants to individuals who are cooperating with investigations. And it is considered general population in nature, but with added security. Now, the spokesperson for the Federal Bureau of Prisons told the news media houses that for privacy and safety and security reasons, that the FBOP does not provide information about the conditions of the confinement, including the housing assignments or the internal security practices for any particular incarcerated individual. So they're not going to tell us that Diddy gets a shower every other day. They're not going to tell us that wake up is at 5 a.m. and he gets to work out 3 times, 4 times a week. They're not giving us anything that anybody from the outside could use to their advantage somehow. I don't know how, but it's a wise idea, right? We don't really want to hear about Bankman Fried and his $8 billion that he stole, but he was recently sentenced, though, in March to 25 years in federal prison. So I know Diddy's sitting there. This is like being on death row, because Diddy's sitting there and you might be thinking positive to yourself, like, yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on against me that I'm going to have to fight. But I'm sitting right next to this dude right here. They just gave 25 years and he got $8 billion. Oh, shit, they about to fry me. I know it. Because if they could give him, and he white and got $8 billion, 25 years, they about to give me way more. And the only thing he in here for is for stealing money. They got me in here for a list of things. Prosecutors said that he misused billions of dollars of customers' money, and then that were placed with his cryptocurrency exchange, FTX. Y'all remember when FTX was blowing up and everybody was like, get you some FTX. Well, that crumbled, and that's where the person ended up right there. And that's the person that Diddy is now housed with. Diddy was jailed at MDC last week after he was arrested on a federal indictment accusing him of, we already know it, but let's repeat it, racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and other charges, and allegations that center on the sexual abuse of women. He has not been convicted of anything yet, and he has pleaded not guilty And according to the Constitution of the United States of America, he will have his day in court where he will be able to fight and somehow either prove these things to be lies or made up, get himself up out of this, or be found guilty and sentenced to time behind bars. The MDC, for those who do not know it, where Diddy is at, is located on 29th Street in Eastern Brooklyn, New York. And it has a total of 1,616 inmates, according to its website. So where Diddy is at, where the Special 16 is being held, that is way better than being held amongst the real GP, general population of over 1,600 and change people, right? And of course, they wouldn't put him there because he is who he is. High liability. Somebody might just want to shank him just so they could say, I killed Diddy, right? Right. Now, with that said, leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me how you think all this is going to turn out, and how you feel about him not being able to get bail and not having access to his children, and what his children are going through, especially 4 of them who now have no daddy because daddy is behind bars, and no mommy because mommy is dead. This gets worse as the days go by. I'll catch y'all on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV / BrainFLoTv. You already know, if the topic is hot, we are on it. I'm out. Peace.